Trump's energy stocks will help you retire. This company, First Solar, ticker symbol FSLR, just built out 4 gigawatts of solar capacity. So that new facility is going to be able to serve almost half of what OpenAI requires as they ramp up users over 1 billion monthly users. Absolutely crazy. There's no confirmed connection between OpenAI's data center and therefore power needs and First Solar. However, OpenAI is helped by the $500 billion Stargate project invested in by SoftBank, and with the government's permitting as part of that Stargate initiative, it's going to be easier for companies like First Solar to get these multi-gigawatt projects built and to be ready and waiting when these massive LLM companies like OpenAI and Anthropic need to get power. Ticker is FSLR. Let's jump into a little breakdown. This is not financial advice.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
So here is some info about Stargate, first off. It's $500 billion project. That is not a typo. First Solar is not named in the project. However, solar is a super clean way to get energy. Big tech wants to align themselves with clean energy. They already have a bit of a PR crisis with AI data centers making people's electricity cost more in certain states. Not to mention Amazon cutting off 30,000 people recently. At some point, this whole AI doesn't take people's jobs thing is going to not at all sound true. So there's going to be a lot more energy needed, and it never hurts that it's green energy that's being built out by this company, First Solar. Not that everyone cares that the energy is green energy, but in sort of a interesting way, the jobs that may be taken by ChatGPT and Anthropic are a lot of people who actually do care about green energy, more of the white collar jobs. So this is the most recent earnings from First Solar. They had pretty much matched earnings per share. Revenue pretty much matched as well. And then guidance was very similar as well. So kind of met expectations, and the chart is solid. So earnings reaction is solid. There's a clear level to risk off of it. It's not some, blow away earnings, and not any sort of, big move like Carpenter, for example, which is a steel alloy company. Something to that effect. They're already up a lot. From 250 to 300 plus is a crazy move in just a couple of weeks. Yeah, these guys work with Alcoa, the big steel producer. So this is not that, right? This is a relatively small move so far, 15%. But that's good because it offers a chance to get in. Previously, this stock was not super easy to get into. Sort of just channeling, just grinding up. Maybe there were some opportunities, but not super easy, right? Over this sort of flag was visible, but when you zoom out, it's tough to get in something that goes up, 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 up. There's no easy way to risk a certain level. So now you're getting a level right over this 268, just about. is very clear. Risk a few bucks and look for 10, $20 up. So that's the technical opportunity. And then here's the deal. This is a lot of money, over $1 billion in sales. And this is a lot of power, almost 4 gigawatts annual capacity, expected to ramp up through 18 months from now, according to Reuters. So they're very well positioned. They're obviously US based. That facility is going to be in the US. And the guidance is okay compared to previous mentions, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the earnings. And despite, if you look at the earnings per share, exactly, it's down a little bit, right? But the reaction tells the story. And as previously mentioned, there are times, this is the Microsoft earnings per share, it's a beat, right? The earnings per share is higher, but look at the reaction, right? So there can be sell the news, there can be, CapEx, there can be all type of storylines that make a earnings reaction not good, even when the earnings itself is good. So reaction's good, the level's good. And here's the crazy number. I thought it was 20 gigawatts initially, but I guess Sam Altman said 10 gigawatts is what needs to be built out for OpenAI, that they can actually somehow pay for. And this is a serious target. This is a huge target, 250 gigawatts by 2033. So more than 20 times that initial build out. That's why you start getting into needing $1 trillion of funding. Absolutely wild. So this sort of leads the question, could First Solar provide this? And the question is, could solar be enough to provide it anyway? And yes, they could, but you need batteries, you need the whole ecosystem. So they're a piece. If you like this idea, hit that like. If you want more, hit that subscribe. And if you want help, go to stockscommunity.com.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.